Hello and welcome to another video here at Hobbies and Happiness. My name's Dan.
I'm Jim, and today we have mystery items to show you.
We do indeed have some mystery items to show you. So what we're doing right now is we've got some new Alpha Clash spoiler cards to show off. We've got 2 cards to show you today from Alpha Clash's second set, Clashgrounds. So if you are not aware, well, where have you been? Where have you been?
I've been at home.
You've been at home.
I was off today.
Were you really?
Yeah, I was off work today.
So, all right. Well, if you've been living under a rock or you've been at home and you're not aware, we are in the middle of Alpha Clash spoiler season, and today we've got some awesome cards to show you. Before we show you, a couple things we want you to know. Clashgrounds is Alpha Clash's second set. It's looking fire so far. It is looking absolute fire so far.
It's pretty nice.
It is really nice. For a second set, I'm really stoked with where Ridge and the Rising Empire Studios team is going with the set. So Clashgrounds, again, the second set for Alpha Clash, featuring a new and revamped art style. Guys, the art in this set is absolute fire. Absolute fire. Wade King, art director, is doing a phenomenal job with this set thus far. Also introduced a new affiliation or a faction into the game known as the Harbingers. Jim, what do you think of the Harbingers so far?
They're beautiful.
Yeah. So we've got a new support for Harbingers. We've got that new faction. We've got 7 new contenders in the set alone, in addition to 134 unique cards in the set, and there are also 11 Clash Kit exclusive cards. Clashgrounds is going to release on November 10th, and with a pre-release date of November 3rd. If you want to pre-order the set, you can actually head over to Team Covenant's site and pre-order through them. I believe the Realm games. I don't want to leave the Realm. The Realm is another phenomenal site as well. You can check theirs as well. So, all right, well, let's just get to what the people want right now, and that is some spoiler cards. So the first card that we have to show you is a new Clashground. That's right, Clashgrounds for the set Clashground. It is Downtown Chicago.
Yes.
So Downtown Chicago is a 3-cost, 1 required blue resource for Chicago Earth Clashgrounds. You know, it makes sense that Ridge gave us the Downtown Chicago Clashground, so thank you. So the Downtown Chicago Clashground reads, weapons cost 1 additional resource of any color to attach. A really nice tech card. Jim, what's your thoughts on Downtown Chicago?
You know, if you hate when your opponent is playing a bunch of items and just moving stuff around when you don't really want them to be, you know what, let's go ahead and add a tax onto that. I know so many people hate taxes, but here I kind of like it.
Yeah. What's even and so 3 is not. I mean, that's kind of that mid range, but it's also that lower threshold for the cost. So it's not too bad. So like even if you're playing a deck focused around weapons and accessories and moving your stuff around, you know, you can get those benefits on your turn. But then at the end of the turn, you know what, we're just gonna drop Chicago, and then now your opponent has got to deal with the tax. And then when it goes to your turn, maybe you have a way, you've got another Clashground in your hand that you can play to remove the Downtown Chicago so you can get rid of that tax. Because again, this is a universal effect. This is not affecting only yourself or your opponent. It affects everyone at the table. So that is Downtown Chicago. A really nice, again, love the theme of it. The piece, I love the piece by Kyle Petchak.
I feel like I've been here.
Yeah, right? Pretty sure I know exactly where this is at, which is really cool, right? Number 1. Number 2, my favorite thing about this is on the left-hand side of the card, you can see Mean Streak with his streak. So Curtis is getting into a fight. Who is he getting into a fight with? That's the question.
Flare.
Could be. Who
knows?
knows?
I just see fire going off.
There's clearly there was an explosion, and hopefully everybody on that boat, on that ferry. You know what? I've probably been on that ferry too.
Actually, yeah, I see Dan right there.
Yeah, you see
him.
See the red hair. I can see the red hair. So yeah, that's definitely me. So all right, well that is our first card, and the next one we've got to show you is mystery item. So yeah, mystery item is a 2-cost, 1 required blue resources for a weapon accessory. So mystery item is also an epic rarity card, and it has a 2 blue attach cost. Okay, and then it reads, whenever you attach this weapon to a Clash card, you roll a d6. this card has a corresponding effect. If you roll a 1 or a 2, the attached Clash card gets trigger attack. Your contender gains 1 health. If you roll a 3 or a 4, attached Clash card gets trigger obstruct, draw a card. If you roll a 5 or a 6, once per turn during your primary phase, while this card is in your Clash zone, you may engage this card. If you do, draw a card, then your contender gains 2 health. So a little bit of luck involved in this card, okay? So each effect very, very different, right? But best case, you're drawing a card and your contender is gaining 2 health. So Jim, what's your initial thoughts on this card?
Well, my initial thoughts was I don't want to play this card at all because I hate randomness.
Yeah, right.
But the more Dan and I were talking about it, I'm like, okay, you can just reattach it to then get another roll if you need to.
If you need to.
And I really like 2 of those 3 abilities. The 1 and 2, not the biggest fan of, but you know.
That's what happens when you roll a 1 or a 2.
It's what happens, right? So a third of the time, I'm not extremely happy.
Right.
But aside from that, be able to draw a card and you're also blocking. So on the obstruct, you draw, and then the other one, draw a card and gain 2 life. That's pretty nice.
Yeah, that's
nice.
very, very nice. So one of my favorite things about this card, again, I'm going to talk about the artwork, okay? So it's Haven digging into her Heart Heroes backpack, okay? I'm currently reading through the book, which Kickstarter for the book goes live, I want to say the 19th. I want to say September 19th. We'll put a link down in the description if you're watching this, okay? But man, I'm reading through that book. I'm having a phenomenal time. Jim's not the biggest reader, but you know what? What's interesting is I'm not the biggest reader either. And so my kids actually just saw me reading the book, and because my wife reads all the time. And so my kids see me reading and they go, wait, Dad likes to read? And I'm like, yes, children, I like to read when it's something I'm interested in. That's right. So I am loving the book thus far. And then when we see Haven's Backpack, which another card that was recently released, Haven's Backpack, our first alt-win con, right? But I see the HH on the backpack for the Heart Heroes. So much of this, I'm looking at the lore. I'm actually interested in the lore for the game. Really, really cool. And then, of course, we also see Magnate and Flare in the background. Oh, yeah. Jim, you're loving Flare, aren't you?
Dude, I am such a big fan of Flare. Yeah. I was about to combine the 2. Yeah. Big fan of Flare, and I want to see more cards for her.
Yeah. So, and then
I just want to toast my opponents.
Yeah, and I have a feeling you're going to be able to do that, Jim. Have a feeling. So, and again, this piece by Patrick Brown, a phenomenal piece. Love the artwork. Again, just love the art style in this set. But that is a mystery item. A really, really interesting accessory. And you know what? You'll be able to find this with, I don't know, like Weber's binoculars. Pretty sure you can find this with Weber's binoculars. I have to double check, but I'm pretty sure you can find it.
Yeah, because it's 2 or less.
It's 2 or less
accessory.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Cool.
So yeah, mystery item, another great it's a defensive card, right? Giving you that health benefit, and then just drawing cards. I mean, you like drawing cards, right?
It's one of the best things you can do.
One of the best things you can do in any card game is draw more cards. So, and then if you don't get what you like, you can unattach it and then reattach it, or just move it across your things,
reattach,
right? Reattach. So, so that is mystery item, another awesome accessory coming in set number 2 for Clashgrounds. So again, I want to take this opportunity to thank Ridge and the team over at Rising Empire Studios for these spoilers. So stay tuned. Again, we're going to be recapping every week the spoilers for Clashgrounds set number 2. And man, Jim, what's your thoughts so far with the cards that you've seen? What are you thinking thus far, man?
I'm excited to play more of this game. You know, being able to play through the stuff with set 1, it is a lot of fun, but I like more cards.
Oh, yeah.
Give me more cards.
Oh, yeah. Only set 1, feels like you're in a limited pool, and now we're getting more and more cards. I'm just really excited to get more cards, and then just for the lore to grow, and then this pool of cards to just grow and grow and grow. Looking forward to see what decks you're all going to be able to come up with. And then also, don't forget, stay tuned to the channel September 29th. We may or may not have another spoiler. Well, I guess you all know we have another spoiler because it's literally on the calendar. calendar. So
did you just spoil the spoilers?
I spoiled the spoilers,
goodness,
guys. So again, don't forget, if you head over to Twitter, follow the Alpha Clash TCG on Twitter. You can find the schedule for the entire Set 2 spoiler season. There's a big list there. Just go check it out. It's a lot, guys. It's a lot. It's a lot. So again, thanks to Ridge and the team. So that's what we got for you today. Again, don't forget, if you like this video, hit that like button, and don't forget, subscribe to the channel, turn on those notifications so you can be notified when we release more Alpha Clash content, because guys, we're going to be doing more Alpha Clash content, really enjoying this game. So again, hit that like button, sub to the channel, turn on those bell notifications, and then with that, we're going to get out here, and we'll see you in the next Alpha Clash video. See you, everybody.
Take care.